Exposition, implication, phonation, indication. George Stephen's intelligence quotient. Logic as an expression of intelligence. Intelligence as a quotient, mathematical calibration. Recorded logic as an expression of progressive intelligence. Mathematical calibration of intelligence. Mathematical functions as intelligence functions. Afro-socialism and Afro-Americanism. The African in his role as a citizen. The African in his role as a world citizen. Citizens of this world and ambiguity. Bombastic language, bombastic language. Life and aesthetics. The slave of the skeptical, the corruption, the logical headstone, individualism. Adrenaline and shock reactions. Flight or the sympathetic system. Shock as a reaction to an experience. Shock as a protective impulse. Centralization processes in the brain. Shock index with intangible parameters. Guidelines in the shock analysis. The borderline between intelligence and madness. The borderline between intelligence and madness. Madness as an expression of intelligence when it's creative. Expressions of intelligence. The relationship between mathematical functions and madness. Mathematical functions as expression of madness. Legalization of madness as a means of expression. Madness as a fact, the recognition of its existence. Madness in art. Madness as an expression of art. Exploitation of abstract pictures. Relation to personal experiences. Madness, the extraordinary. Madness, the extraordinary expressions and actions. Reactions to extraordinary actions. Expressionism in art, language art, higher brain functions, creation processes. Madness as a creation of fantasy. Reaching the limits of fantasy. Experienced and imagined experiences. The powers of imagination. Imagination as a thought. Fantasy in imagination. Fantasizing in position to its validity. Fantasizing in real life. Possibility of fantasies. Credibility. Credible and incredible imagination. Imagination as a vital psychoanalytic parameter. The borders of credibility. Confirmation or deniable of a fantasy. Individual and collective decision making. Confirmation or denial of a fantasy. Empathetic distance. Solutions to real and unreal issues. Mathematical concepts. Time as a mathematical concept. The vision of time. The daily routine. Time program. Discipline. Time limits to its occupations. Time as a limiting factor of fantasy. Fantasy as a decelerated brain function. Occupation with its fantasies. Occupation in fantasy. Fantasy. Insecurity in the state of emergency. Consequences in the state of emergency. Established in the internet. Immortality in the internet. Paradoxes of life. The immortality of the mortal. Momentary experiences. Immortality as a possibility. Extremes of imagination. Moments of reflection. The solution of death as an expression of extinction of life. Extinction of life as an end of an existence. The discovery of the screen from the mirror to the screen. Explanations of extraordinary experiences. The seeding as an immortal. Was flight, basket versus art versus noise. Shock reactions. Shock words. Who controls my hand? Or a rhetorical question. Bushland as a British shock as an expression of misunderstanding. Expected reactions, understanding. Unexpected reaction, misunderstanding. Something is still argumentous. Death through alienation. Outcast complex in its pure setting. The setting, trusted atmosphere, familiar objects, familiarity with the setting. Instead of in the setting, I'm still puking. Why am I not getting mad? Contradiction of the situation and ambiguity. I'm dead, sounds alive. Has the response. That issues in paralogy. The full response from the system. Fugitive complex from the system as a form of paranoia. Data security and big brother paranoia. Data security guidelines, archiving confidential information, privacy and its complications. Speed of line attribution machine. The last backup president of Mr. Halton, time bombs, continents as well. tectonic plate movements, convergence and divergence of biotops, and recognition of reality, life in the pilot seat. Life in the pilot seat, the primary obligation is to clients. Supergirl, we are flying naked, madness. The aerodynamics of progressive language, device movements, one is an arm of straightness, mental health expert, capitulation to inequalities is the out of reputations. The heart for the third eye, Joshua's address to the Israelites, Joshua 23, verse 10 and 11. Joshua said the battle of Jericho and the walls came tumbling down. One of you testified, fight 1,000 because it is the Lord your God himself will fight for you, as he promised you. Take great care, however, to love the Lord. Yes, for the forbidden knowledge of secrets in his paradise, knowledge of discoveries, the discoveries of a sacred life. Secrets and response, supportment, shock. Secrets in the house, the art, Lebenszeichen von Attrappen, Menschen als Attrappen. Simulationsmodus, nicht die echte Bestrahlung. Simulationsmodus, Flugsimulation, Flight Simulation Mode. Die Bombe auf der Straße, the bomb on the street. Lebenszeichen von Attrappen, Menschen als Attrappen im Gedächtnis. Halluzinationen, optische Beobachtungswahn. Optische Halluzinationen, optische Beobachtungswahn. Eine akustische Sprache, keine Sprache, eine Parade. Modell. Das Unbewusste im Unbewusstsein. Traumdeutung. Abnorme Gewohnheiten, Störungen der Impulskontrolle. Perseveration. Wiederholung gleicher Denkinhalte und haften bleiben an vorherigen Worten. Paramimie. Männliches Verhalten und affektiver Erlebnisgehalt stimmen nicht überein. Männliches Verhalten und affektiver Erlebnisgehalt stimmen nicht überein. Paranoia, systematisierte Wahn, Systematisierung durch Sensibilisierung und Desensibilisierung, Sensibilisierung durch Systematisierung und Programmierung zu neuen Sinnen, neue Systemgründen, living with a natural catastrophe, the programming to the new senses, Sense, Verstand, Mind, Sense, Mind, Bedeutung, Sense, Meaning, Sache, Idea, in Sinn, haben, have in mind, Symbol, Sinn entstellen, distorten, Sinnesorgan, sensory organ, Sinneswandel, change of heart, Sinnestäuschung, hallucination, Sinnlosigkeit, senselessness, uselessness, Besinnung, Bewusstsein, consciousness, die Besinnung verlieren, lose consciousness, besinnungslos, unconscious, consciousness, motion outside of consciousness, activity level as a measure of consciousness, mental activity is increasing, Unerreichbarkeit der Einigkeit mit der Stille, widersprüchliche Lebensstile, widersprüchliche Lebensrhythmen. Der vierte Dreier, die Zickzacklage. Warum habt ihr meinen Körper eingeschaltet? Ruhige Weise Masochismus. Masochismus ist ein Ausdruck der Ergebenheit der rohen Gewalt. Ergebenheit einer Gewaltanwendung als Versagen der Schutzreflexe. Flucht oder Kampf als Schutzreflex auf Gewaltanwendung. Reflexlosigkeit als ein Zeichen des Versagens der Maßnahmen. Reflexlosigkeit, Monochismus, desensibilisierte Schutzreflexe, Sadismus, ungetrennte Jagdreflexe, Erhebung ist eine Grenze, Bestätigung, Hello Cola, Incoherences in relation to place, Widersprüche und Orientierung von Wahrheit zur Zeit, Krieg in der Krieger, die kriegerische Haltung, wir sind in einer kriegerischen Haltung, Krieg als eine politische Haltung, Politik als eine kriegerische Haltung, Krieg als eine politische Haltung, Politik als eine kriegerische Haltung, Ausbildung als kriegerische Haltung, der Himmelkrieg in die kriegerische Haltung, die Ausbildung zu einem neuen Himmelkrieger, die Bibel als Sport eines Himmelkriegers, Panikmacherei, Weltuntergangsgerüchte, registering circumstances, reprisal as a possibility, legality, a conundrum of the law, obeying law as a protected instinct, justice, giving and receiving, making judgment, regulations of judgment, Aktionen und Vernichtendenschluss Folgerungen, das Hörenfallen, Aktionismus, Laienethologie und Bilder, Hexen, Wahrheitsverzerrung, Verbrennen, Voodoo-Puppen, Schamanismus, Hex, Wahrheitsverkennung, Hexen, Wahrheitsansagern, falsche komplexen Situationen, Lehren aus Enttäuschungen, Hexerei als eine Kunst, Beeinflussung durch Hexerei, das Hörenfallen, Liebesbeweise, Hören und Überhören, Gott, died as a ghost in a controversial debate. Donnerwetter, harte Währung, die Stimme des Donners, Lebenszeichen in ein Donner, ein Donner als eine Botschaft, Thunder as a voice, God died as God in a controversial debate. Thunder as a voice, the sound of thunder as a hidden message, inspiring. Thunder as a natural catastrophe, thunder is a foreign language, the metaphor of thunder in daily language, thunder is an expression of superior violence, violence as a weapon of hierarchy, natural violence and domination. The violence of nature is an incorrigible truth. The interpretation of a contradiction, natural catastrophes, the acceptance of impunity, the unity of an impunity in the society, the lawgivers of nature, natural laws in complex societies, natural laws, lessons from natural occurrences, natural and unnatural circumstances, can be granted and responsive circumstances, language between human beings and animals, interpretation of responses from nature, recording voices, thunder, responses to thunder, thunder responses to human beings, thunder as a cloud collision, negative and positive charges, electricity as a carrier of impulses, thunder as a synaptic reaction, thunder as a product of imagination, the capacity of imagination in creation, the product of years, thunder as a product of auditory imagination, the capacity of imagination in creation, thunder as part of the water cycle, order in the life cycle, water cycle, order in the life cycle, order in the water cycle, order as a mathematical function, order as a form of life, thunder, water as a necessity, symbiosis, electricity and potential differences, the potential of electricity, the potentials of electricity in organisms and natural phenomena, electricity as a limiting factor in physical capabilities, the animal kingdom, electricity and physical strength, the brain as energy reservoir, electrical capacitance and power transformation, circuitry and the brain circuitry as a logical function, circuitry and the universe, the electrical circuitry of the universe, circuitry as a form of correspondence with systems, the electrical system, correspondence with known and unknown systems, alien and terrestrial logic, the human being as an alien in the universe, the life cycle of the sun as a hot planet, the sun as a hot planet, the earth shall fall into the sun, the scientific apocalypse theory, the earth shall fall into the sun, gravitational acceleration into the sun due to a higher or lower force of gravity, the sun in its old age, collapse of the solar system, the sun as a destiny, predestination theories, premonitions and coincidences, the chain of command in the solar system, perfection of orientation to time and space, the sun as a star, relativity in time and space perception, time as an infinite time as a state of inertia, pioneer activities in time, space, infinite time and infinite space, the dynamics of astronomy, universal laws in the astronomic sense, discovery in the universe, nebula, black holes and supernova, cumulonimbus as hot gases, operation of the orbits, geometrical functions and infrastructure, these choices of direction of motion interrelated with neighboring movements, the interaction of traffic, universal traffic, nebula, black holes and supernova, explanations of natural phenomena and higher logic, religion as an explanation of natural phenomena, God as the source of the universe, universal love, the universal God as a presence in heaven, The universe as a heaven in the universe, heaven on earth. God as a continuity of fantasy, heaven as an interpretation of the universe, protection from alien hardship, the human being as an alien in the universe, all the theories of this place in creation, new world annihilation theories, nuclear warfare, the earth as a new world and its interconnection to older world, God as an older world, age and wisdom, wisdom as a sign of maturity, analyzing knowledge as a function of wisdom, the universe as a data bank, the gene as a data bank, classified data and presentation of classified data, additions and omissions of classified data, protection of identities and confidential details, data encryption, additions and omissions of information, technical language and data encryption and decryption, medical secrets in false hands, dangerous information in the false hands, misapplication of information, false foundation, invalidity of expected results, knowledge, proposals of misuse of medical knowledge, Selbstbeherrschung, verwirrung durch Desinformation, verwirrung durch Information, Desinformation, Delusion, Desinformation, Beherrschung mit Begeisterung, Selbstbeherrschung in Begeisterung, Ego-Trip, Selbstdarstellerigkeit und ihre Auswirkungen auf das Publikum, Reaktion, Begeisterung oder Enttäuschung, Hochmut und Freudenstoß, Fall, Situation, Fall, Zeit, Fälligkeit, Situation, Dimension, zeitlich, Ego-Trip, Stärken als Schwächen, Stärken als Schwächen in Ohnmachtszuständen, Feuer, erwartete Reaktion, Entfernung von Gefahrzone, Fluchtmaßnahmen, Verlangsamung, Denkvorgänge, Antriebsverlangsamung, Antriebsvermögen erweitern, Antriebssubjektives Empfinden, objektive Ausprägungen des Antriebs, Antriebsbeschleunigung, objektive Ziele oder erfassbare Ergebnisse, fristgerechte Sensibilisierung, Systematisierung der Sensibilisierung, Dynamik des Sprachtempos, Entlastung und Umlenkung zur Besinnung, Sinn erleben und verstehen, körperlich und geistig. Sinn als Erlebnis, Sinn als Gefühl, Resultat eines Erlebnis für Wahrnehmung. Gefühle, Emotionen als Antrieb, Beschleunigung der Erlebniswahrnehmung, Gefühle als Antriebsparameter, den richtigen Boden für Gefühle sehen, Besinnung, Gleichung der Sinn als Emotion, Gefühl, den Sinn im Sinn als Orientierungspunkt aufbauen, Bereitschaft, einige Gefühle preiszugeben, Gefühlsausdrücke als Bestätigungen vom Verstand, quantitative Förderquote, qualitative Zusammenfassung, produktive Symptome, Müdigkeit, Verschlagen, Störung von geistigen Funktionen, Gedächtnisleistung, Aufmerksamkeitszeichen, Vigilanzzeichen, Herkuleseinstellung, Göttermission, Jesus-Komplex, Schafsbegrenzung, Wortkomplex, Auswirkungen auf die Psyche und den Leib, psychosomatische Umstellungen, ein Sachverhalt mit Inhalt, Naht- oder Erlebnisse, psychische Verarbeitung, geistige Isolation, Adaptationsvorgänge, Unterbrechung von Adaptationsvorgängen, Verhaltenstherapie, Eingriffe in das innere Milieu, notwendige und überflüssige Maßnahmen, der Krankheitswert eines Erlebnisses, der Krankheitsgrad eines Erlebnisses, subjektive und objektive Einigungen, Basis, anschließender Behandlungen, Compliance des Vertrauens als Vertrauensbasis, Compliance mit dem behandelnden Arzt, mit dem behandelnden Arzt-Patient-Beziehung, Übertragung und Gegenübertragung, die Vaterfigurrolle, Kommunikationsfähigkeiten, die Vaterfigurrolle, Empfindlichkeit, Gefühlsausdrücke als Verstand, Bestätigung vom erlebten Geschehen, die eigene Position vertreten, professioneller Abstand, Objektivierung von Wahrnehmungen, Objektivität, Empathie und Leichtigkeit der Menschlichkeit, Objektivität, relative und absolute Ungleichheiten, Information als ein Erlebnis, Wissensteilung, Informationsaustausch, der Informationsaustausch, einstimmige Einigkeit, die Einigung, die als letzte Instanz Autorität, Wissensautoritäten und Wissen, Informationsverarbeitung zum Wissen, Wissensverarbeitung zur Weisheit, Weisheit als eine mathematische Funktion, Information als eine mathematische Funktion, mathematische Funktionen als Intelligenzquotienten, Weisheit und Wissensvermittlung, Weisheit als Reifezeichen, geistige Reife, Moses-Komplex, psychological bias, Simulationsmodus, Programmierung eines Unfalls-Prüfungssetting, psychologische Prüfungen, Psychological Examination, Confidence, psychologische Prüfungen, psychologische Lösungen, Psychological Examinations, Psychological Solutions, Occupational Therapy, Ergotherapie, 1. Ergotherapie, Doktorarbeit, 2. Ergotherapie, Gesprächstherapie, Familientherapie, Reconstruction, Arbeitsfähigkeitsprüfung unter Belastungsbedingungen, Arbeitsleistung, Work Performance Examination under stressful conditions, Work Performance, Results, Excellent, Creativity, super, ich bestehe nicht, mein Vater wäre nicht der Leutnant, ich bestehe nicht, mein Vater wäre nicht der Freund von uns, super, ich bestehe nicht, mein Vater wäre nicht der Freund, nicht der Freund von uns, my father is not be happy if I don't pass. My father will not be happy if I do not pass the examination. If I do not pass the examination, is an understatement. Of course, understatement. Wenn ich sage, nicht der Dunkelheit, wenn ich sage, nicht der Dunkelheit. Und ich sage, im Weißen, im Wissen des Unwissens. Und ich sah eben der Denklehrer. Und ich sah die Denklehrer in der Denklehrer. Ich bin Salif, Philosoph, Philosophat, Alpha ist ein Psychopath. Verständlichkeiten und Missverständlichkeiten, Ungereimtheiten. Ich kann viele Akzente unterscheiden. Der englische Akzent ist immer noch eintönig. Der englische Akzent ist immer noch Ungereimtheiten, Wundbedingungen, the human as software films. Now she's no longer melody, the music speaks to the artist, while she's so confused. CD, television, light, and infinite darkness. Emotional plastic, speaker, solid memory, static reality, solid memory, static reality, number boss, level alone forever. A radio artist is an acoustic illusion, a video artist is an optical illusion, the ghost is in a CD, the life is in a CD, a demon and a human being, in humanity. Humanity also concerns Germany. We want to create humanity in Germany. Angels want to create demons and human people. And even national reality in humanity of life arrived to mechanism signature is black. How much of dignity in black are a suitable candidate for humanity. Which was also a punchline. Why am I now so bitter? I'm now that confused now. He said I would have a good time silence exploding, feeding my skull the square. Tomorrow we'll all become demons, inhuman, intimidating and persuasive language. Persuasive language is the order of music. Psychologie als die Gleichung der Ausgeglichenheit. Psychopathologie, das Baron von Münchhausen-Syndrom, die Gleichung der Ausgeglichenheit. Der Jacob-Belair-Syndrom, den Wörtern wird Psychotherapie, Psychotherapie, Ego als befreiende Musik, Regelung von Rechten, Freiheitsmusik, Freiheitsbewegung, Musik als Therapie, Ergotherapie, Stimmenwahrnehmung, Botschaften, Instrumente, Haltung, Musik, Muskelentspannung, Töne und Wellenlängen, Sinnessymphonie, Ausgeglichenheit, Sinnen, die Orchestersymphonie, Sinnlichkeit, die Orchestersymphonie, Sinnlichkeitssymphonie, Sinnlichkeiten-Orchestersymphonie, Zungenbrecher, Gerätsel, Twister, Massenpsychologie, die Masse als Ebenbild des Individuums, die Masse als verzerrtes Bild des Individuums, Lautstärken, Vergleich von den Anwesenden. Wer sind die Anwesenden? Alper sagt, ich werde nie Arzt werden. Alper sagt, ich bin ein Philosoph. Hassan sagt, ich werde Professor werden. Geheime Botschaften, Verhalten. Hassan sagt, ich soll nach Afrika gehen, zum Wunderheiler. Für mein Kind. Mein Buch, das gleiche unser Buch, summierende Aufgaben entsprechen entweder oder Zeichen. Die Bedeutung von entweder oder Symbole in höherer Mathematik. Die Bedeutung von Symbolen im Unterbewusstsein. Die Summe als Antwort von mathematischen Aufgaben. Summengleichungen, Ausgleichungen. Ich bin hoffnungsvoll. Heute friere ich, Montag, 25. Januar 2012, 23:31 Uhr. Es gibt kein schlechtes Wetter, nur schlechte Bekleidung. Soldatenhaltung, Mathematiklehrer. 1, 2, 1, 2. Alper hat mich immer vorgestellt als Doktor, nicht mir als Student. Er hat immer für mich gelogen. Ein toter Schauspieler spielt nie wieder nach seiner letzten Szene. Ein toter Schauspieler spielt nie wieder nach seiner letzten Szene. A dead actor never plays after his last scene. All the blacks die to our influence. The amplitude is somehow normal. Why master the English film going in the background? Natural and abstract logic. The conscious and the subconscious activities. Unconscious activities. Ich bevorzuge den Jihad der Propaganda. Information statt Desinformation. I prefer the new Jihad of information. Jihad as a revolutionary movement. Habe ich jetzt keine monokulturelle Gesellschaft, sondern eine multikulturelle Vielfalt. I didn't know he knows so many people in my life. Ich wusste nicht, dass so viele Menschen mein Leben kennt. Ich wünschte die Atmosphäre. Und die Atmosphäre ist haunting me. Er jagt mich. Israel became independent in 1947. Bulgarien. Oder er hätte den Kopf, weil die Zeit der Kolonialismus vorbei ist. Abdel Nasser. Warum wir lachen? Was ist der Witz? Wo ist der Witz in dem Witz? Was ist witzig? Guckst du? Nein, na gut. Was guckst du? The analysis of exploitation of pharmacology is exploitation of the Western world. These und antiphorism. The analysis of the exploitation in the developing and underdeveloped countries. The technological inequalities, neocolonialism, information and misinformation in the mass media propaganda. The effects of mass media propaganda on general opinion. The civilization war of mass media propaganda. Apocalypse scenarios, the psychology developing in underdeveloping civilizations. Skilled manpower, technocrats, unskilled manpower, dynamic technological work atmosphere, performance, reward, technology, machines, in the connected society, machines are missing in the third world music. Just like my Ethiopia, my Abyssinia, my Zion, Ethiopia was never colonized, Haile Selassie the first. Der unsichtbare Geist hat keine Freunde. Schattenleben. The invisible ghost has no friends. Shadow life. Invisible white ghost. In my body. Has no friends in my body, in my society. The invisible white ghost has no friends in my society. There is multicultural black and white, Asian, Muslim, Christian. Ich bin begeistert von der Technik des Einbruchs. Die dual resonation in the brain, sound resonation. Sound echoes in the brain. Sound in its components, the importance of its components. Sound card and its components, the importance of its components. Sound as a voice, perceivable component. Voice, sound perception, analysis of sensory impulses, mechanization of sound, sound card, response to sound, concern, redundancy in a creative mode, the obstacles of redundancy in a creative mode, redundancy as a designate factor of creativity. Jetzt darf der Geist der andere beruhigen, Geister existieren nicht, entweder Geisterstände. Ich wäre trotzdem unsere Stimmen in ihren Köpfen. Analyse eigener Telefongespräche, Abwehrtest, Abhörung und Paranoia, Abhörung und Verfolgungswahn, wann Abhörung ist Bewusstsein ruckt, Telefonterror, Abhörung, Telefonterroristen, Perversion, Telefonterrorismus, Zivilcourage. Telefonterrorismus verlangt Zivilcourage. Telefonterrorismus ist eine Anstiftung für Aktionismus. Telefonterrorismus ist eine Anstiftung für Telefonterrorismus, Aktionismus. Ich verlangt Zivilcourage. Telefonterrorism, incitement, Telefonterrorism, Actionism. It demands civil courage, it demands courage, it demands personal courage, public courage, personal courage, Effort, Dominanz und Macht. Ich spreche noch mit den Menschen, Entschuldigung. Als das Ding to this girl's story, I didn't know it's legal to talk to them. It's legal to talk to ghosts. Sie hört mich auch, my ghosts, how good my ghosts correspond to her ghosts. The integration of relationships, presence of objects, Vollgas oder Bremse, keine Wahrheit zur Zeit im Wartezimmer. Erklärungsnot, die Note für Not. Missverständnisse, Erklärungsnot, not Lösung, not Hochwelle, not Hoffnungen. Die Notwendigkeit einer Notlösung im Menschen sind nicht tot. Die Menschen sind nicht tot. Not Lagen, not Hoffnungen. Lageberichterstattung. Wrong answer. You are Satan and we are God's angels. Ask ransom. The solar eclipse did the delusional effect. The delusion. Right answer. We are all God's angels. Reality. Reality killed the video star. Video killed the radio star. Widerlegung von Realitäten. Widerlegung von Tatsachen. Berichtanalyse. You are Satan and we are angels. Alienation means alienation. You are Satan and we are God's angels means alienation. Dismissed. Statements like you are Satan and we are God's angels means dismissal from the group. Therapy. Statements like we are all God's angels is a reality means acceptance, admission. Statements like you are Satan and you are angels means alienation. And no opportunities of being called back after this session. Die Aussage entspricht der Bedingung einer Berechtigung, ihrer Anerkennung. Ich kann dich nicht nicht anfassen, Spiegelbild, ich liebe dich trotzdem. Ambiguous expression, you are certain and you are active, means dismissal from the good. It's an ambiguous expression. It's ambivalent. It's not an inviting expression. Juxtaposition of the ambiguity. Du bist Satan und wir sind Engel. Ist kein einladender Ausdruck. Der bedeutet Rausschmiss aus dieser Therapiegruppe, aus dieser Gesprächsgruppe, aus diesem Gesprächsforum, aus diesem Internetforum, aus dieser Gesprächsrunde. Also passen eine Runde oder werden rausgewählt von allen Mitgliedern. Und die Satan und wir sind Engel und heißt, du wirst der Satan oder die Satan und wir werden die Engel und schmeißen dich raus aus unseren eigenen Internet. Und dann trennen sich die Gruppen und wir behalten unsere Therapiegruppe bzw. Lerngruppe, was eine wichtige Neurologie-Lerngruppe ist. Und die anderen behalten ihre Lerngruppe und wir arbeiten nie wieder zusammen und treffen uns nur, um uns zu beleidigen und zu schlagen. Also um uns verbal zu fühlen und zu verletzen und körperlich zu fühlen und zu verletzen. Und nie wieder zusammen zu arbeiten und miteinander zu kooperieren. Just die Position of ambiguity, du bist Satan und wir sind ein Logo. Gesprächsbildschirm. Konditionierung ist gleich Werbung, systematische Desensibilisierung von Osmose, Reizüberflutung, physiologische Indikationen, körperliche Symptome. Verlaufskontrolle. Bei Frauen ist Blutkontrolle besser. Michael. Die Wahn und das Wählen. Michael ist ein Mädchenkind. Michael ist ein Menschenkind. Die Schlafphasen, die Traumphase, Träume und Albträume, Sleep Stages, the Dreams and Nightmares, Medkit. Psychologische Lernmaterial, Bücher und Fotos, Psychological Animaterial Books und Series, Verlagskontrolle, Psychopathologie Seminare, die Philosophie, anstehend praktische Arbeit, Campusleben, Fakultätleben, MQ, Practical Work, Campus Life, Prognosen, Diagnostikparameter als Prognoseparameter. Qualitative Aspekte einer Prognose im Faust. Zeit als ein qualitativer Aspekt. Prognose im Faust, kurative bedeutet, Prognose im Faust bedeutet, kurative Therapie schlägt nicht ein. Prognose im Faust heißt, Prognose ist definitiv und kann geändert werden. Verlaufskontrolle, Rezidivkrankheiten, Verlaufskontrolle, um Rezidivkrankheiten zu mindern. Vorbeugung, Prophylaxe. Prophylaxe ist die Vorbeugung von Krankheiten. Sekundäre Prophylaxe vor Rezidivkrankheiten, sekundäre Vorbeugung vor Rezidivkrankheiten. Ich lerne gerade Geriatrie und bin am Computer am Aufnehmen für meine Hausaufgaben und die Patienten, die ich gerade studiere, sind sehr laut und oft sehr laut und brüllen oft und brüllen halt, aber die sind sehr nett und sehr alt und tun niemandem was an und können nicht mal die Fenster aufmachen, die Fenster überall habe ich kontrolliert. Ich stelle die oft auf Kipp und dann will zu drehen, ganz zu drehen, die nach nicht aufmachen oder aufmachen, das normal aufmachen und wieder zu machen, die können sie nicht aufmachen und wieder nach Kipp stellen und dann machen sie auf, sodass die Sicherungen danach funktionieren für uns beide Parteien, für die Patienten und für uns und für mich, sodass sie nur brüllen, aber sonst eigentlich nur am Spaßen sind und die ich niemandem zumuten würde und niemandem eigentlich antun möchte, dass man gezwungen wäre, dazu aufzupassen oder halt, dass sie dass man sich vielleicht davor, dass sie vielleicht Sachen anfassen oder sich interessieren für das, was wir hier tun, oder dass sie halt etwas vielleicht kaputt machen im Raum oder am Computer oder am Internet. Ich würde wirklich mit Sanktionen handeln und würde das nur als Kavaliersdelikte danach irgendwie verurteilen und so weiter lassen. Ausbildung eines Missverständnisses Abschiedsbericht. Inhalte des Sachen und wir sind Engel ist ein Vorwurf, ist ein Verurteil, ist ein Denkfehler. Ergebenheit zu vorwurfen, Abschiedsbericht, Suicide Note, Fluchtreflex. Interpretation, du bist ein Engel und wir sind Engel. Kapitel. Kampfreflex, Einstellungsprüf, Arbeitsbedingungen, Gleichberechtigungen, Entscheidungsfähigkeiten. Interpretation, you are an angel and we are angels too. Capital. Work contract. Work contract. Chefbegrenzung, wir mögen lieber Machtwechsel als Generationswechsel. CNN ist ein guter Sender. Workhalsig. Währungseinheit, Currency, Unit. Das ist schon mal logisch. Ich bin doch considered. Vorher, ich bin doch nicht considered. Selbstleben. Concessions und Compromises. Erinnerung und limitierende Ereignisse, Gedächtnisrekonstruktion, Basis für aufbauende Funktionen. Wer schrieb dieses Buch? Ich. eBay, Arbeit eBay. Who wrote this book? I. With whose hand? His, mine, his, hers, theirs, his, mine, Ich lache wirklich nicht mehr. Ich lache nicht mehr. With whose hand? His or mine? With my hand. Ambiguity in the paradox. With my hand. Rechtssicherheit ihrer Vermutungen, Wahlvermutungen bestätigt werden. Warum bin ich so tot in Deutschland? Why am I so tot in Germany? Who wrote this book? Me? No. We? No. Him? No. Me. Him? No. Me. With whose hand did you write this book? Mine? Right. Mine. Right? Mine. Whose voice is this? His, hers, theirs, his, or mine? Patience, pattern price for original ideas. What would have happened if I hadn't been a medicine man? Possible scenarios. Animation to study other settings. Scenarios. Originality and ingenuity. Consciousness as a science. The importance of consciousness. Magma, mit Bewertern und wir sind Engelhaltung. Du bist schizophren und wir sind Nüchternhaltung. Kompromisse in Notlagen. Ausbeutung von Opfern von Geistern. Oder du bist Satire und wir sind Geister. Schlechter Anfang. Unmut in der Geisterwelt, Unruhe in der ruhigen Welt, Stimmen und Stimmungen, hohe und tiefe, synergistische Ereignisse, Bestimmung der Stimmungen, Selbstbestimmung, absurder Verdacht. War ich in anderen Körpern? Habe ich das herbeigeführt? Habe ich den Unfall herbeigeführt, den Schizophrenie-Unfall herbeigeführt, den Hannover-Unfall herbeigeführt, den Krankenhausunfall herbeigeführt? Nein, habe ich nicht. Den dritten Weltkrieg habe ich nicht befürchtet. Bestätigung von einer Haltung weiß nicht, wenn ich das nicht vollkommen. Ich bin noch kein Geist. Ich habe Begeisterung mit dem Hand gebracht. With a cause of that, I had to find no idea. I did not bring the best with me to have no find no idea. Saying that you are certain and we are ghosts. It's the wrong disposition, the wrong beginning. Because I did not call the father to in Germany. I did not call the I didn't bring the ghosts to Germany. I did not order the paperwork. I did not order the bureaucratic work. I did not order the invasion of my privacy, of my body. I did not create a schizophrenia. I did not create the invasion in Germany of Germans, of foreigners in German body. I did not create the invasion of Germans in foreigners' body. I did not cause invasion. I have no reason to feel guilty or to feel responsible for the fall of Germany and the ghosts was heaven. I did not call ghosts from heaven to come and kill people. I did not prescribe, I did not diagnose schizophrenia in the body. I did not turn a computer into a human being who can be held into a telephone plastic. A human being who can be held until he's allowed. Who can be held for so long until he's allowed to wear clothes. Another password referred to the custodians. I did not let anybody put the custodians to me. I did not tell the custodians to let anybody into my privacy. My custodians cannot help it if the whole problem comes on them. If possible, I cannot help them. I cannot help my customers if they cannot get influence with particles yet with this plastic comedy turning toys into weapons just to satisfy their egos, just for ego trips. Destroying properly cameras, destroying correct performances, like I'm a programmer. Windows, I program Windows 85, Windows 90, Windows 98, Windows 2000, Windows Millennium, Windows XP, Windows XP Plus, Windows Vista, Windows Vista Plus, Windows 7, and I'm already developing Windows 8. I work the internet. I've developed programs from zero, and dealing with people that use them for all their correspondence. Everything of this, they just update me an email address and then you get a program. You get a web layer, everything usually. I've programmed websites on Altavista, Netscape, Google, Yahoo, Mozilla Firefox, and I'm not the kind of person to be given a computer which has chicken inside it. Chicken I don't supposed to put in my pocket because I'm not who checks with the garbage or who destroys government property or public property or patents, who destroys patents, who forges patents. I'm not that kind of my programs are not Hitler's first diaries or whatever. I'm not the kind of person to be joking, I'm not the kind of person to joke, to just give something in a contract and then, and give me such miserable results, such miserable characters on my work. Because I work a long time day and night on this project that makes sense for many people, like Facebook that makes sense for many people, Google comes for many people who know me. I recommended, I've never had no I've been recommended, I've never had any value accident or that. I'm not allowed to do anything, I'm not allowed to produce anything, I'm not allowed to take anything, I'm not allowed to take photos of anybody naked or dressed, in any position, doing anything. I'm allowed to take pornographic, I'm allowed to take violence, I'm allowed to take mainstream, videos and publish them. So that the internet has been closed for me. Just that that's my principles and that's my reputation that I'm trying to protect. So I don't want anybody to just put my camera, and the camera is just a benefit for my own security. Because I don't want anybody to ever understand it or underwrite my security programs and my security arrangements. Because it can be long, it can make me being here today or tomorrow piloting an SBM into Syria or USSR or into Libya. Just because I can program, I can also configure several programs, configure several programs, without several programs, they are like radio, television, they are all functioning, they are all synchronized, and I don't want anybody to ever touch that. I buy programs or download programs illegally, split the programs in front of the programmers or whatever could be there, but they are always there because they always work for feedback. I split the programs, configure the open out program to the end, in the right name at the top of the game, filling in the blanks to the very end, to the bottom of all the programs, and send those programs back to the people who are the program at the very beginning, to give them those of my suggestions as my homework, and then they give me my programs, and that's how business functions, that's how education functions, that's how intellectualism functions. Programming, opening, you get a package, you open it, you write the contract, you do the work you're supposed to do, you give it back without harmful programs, without harmful programs or killers or killers or rapists, that can come and land on any child and, do the you cannot speak or maybe you cannot communicate or you cannot defend yourself verbally or physically or technologically or in terms of military advantages or the military advantages that the computers give and internet and network servers, because I program network servers, because those are network servers that are programmed all over here. All these are network servers, and I'm Gerald Ogesa. That's why I don't want anybody to ever check my programs. I use auto internet. I recommend the Bolastic, the double elastic, because it's the double elastic is actually a good development in the internet, especially in the internet, because most of my information is in the internet, into educational material and educational literature and music and film. And there are a lot of people who publish a lot of this material, and I recommend some material that other people recommend to me ideas to work with the information and knowledge. And my weblinks and my information, most of my books, textbooks and libraries, they are online. You can get them, you don't have to find them. You can just look at them, just pass through introductions. You can find out a lot of introductions of the books that I've read almost the whole library, the whole American library, American Encyclopedia, the Encyclopedia Library, all those books, from A to Z, I've always library, and I know what I'm talking about. And when you're there, you can get books, you can read the beginnings. If you like the book, you can go look for it in the bookshop. But it's not good, it's still books or still programs, and bring them back in your names on them, with the producer of the program, but in your hands, or with the pieces of the antithesis of the organs, with the pieces of the hands and legs and heads and whatever, stomach controls, and in your hands, this thing that they are there in your computer. Because my internet is actually quite peaceful, and it's a large internet, it's a big internet. It covers not one continent, not two continents, not three continents, 5 continents, not 4 continents, 5 continents, or 6 continents. And it's from people from all over countries, from all over the world, and they all have computers. They're developed. You look at the people in my school, that when you develop, the one students everybody keeps my name on the computer. Everybody there that keeps my name, because I'm a psychotherapist too. Because I talk to, and somebody running around in worships, trying to appeal, trying to access, trying to appeal yourself. I'm a public to, and also I'm a opinion. And therefore, these programs, they are actually my hobby, and they are my life. This is what I do the whole day. Because I don't don't like anybody but me think they're exhibiting this presence, because people give me these presents as tokens of recognition of my knowledge level and experience, of my ability to handle such, I don't know how many megawatts, sound and I don't know how many gigabytes geographical substance to heaven or to the drug position. I was supposed to go and arrive silent, and the skills are like the oil like this, so for the mirrors with some kind of like this, and then that's as well, and that anybody can use, because it's not something that you can distribute to jump in, and if it's somebody who don't know how to use, will just maybe trying to take from anything that you can get into it, because the computer doesn't, computer anything, basically it's not something that you can check with or anybody to somebody for if you don't have to go back even. So it's not a problem, but the problem is when you destroy somebody's reputation and somebody's name. And killed somebody's neighbors, all this stuff, and even rampant lootings, and when you start mutilating people, and naming people, and making people name right in front of, like, I'm killing people right in front of a doctor. It's like I'm dying in front of a river, dying in front of a well, dying in front of a cup of water, and fasting, dying of thirst in front of a cup of water. When the neighbor has a cup of water and he knows what's happening, even as a farmer, the people are running out of his apartment to go to apartments to pay people, and you know, anything. That's not good for my reputation. On the other hand, this computer could be rejected. This computer was a present. I think it was a degree from a very good friend of mine, in front of a very good friend of mine from Turkey, called Tariq Ajaslan. It is a degree in recognition of my program, which he found actually very professional, and they give me lots of degrees, lots of degrees, lots of digital degrees, digitalized degrees, and recognition. I got what's it called? I got Linux M7 7.8.0 from a friend of mine called Fuad Kalkan. A friend of mine called a friend of mine called Hassan. They've all developed into very good website developers and into home server and network server programmers, and they can program regions and regions, not only countries, they can program regions, continents and planets, and they're all developing and they're not massive. And there's a kind of advantage that I would have lost if I had said that my computer has been destroyed and now nobody's going to help it. I would have been of the time that I turned around to the class. They said that I'm not going to anything anymore. I was going to develop it on the internet. We would have broken out of there and found them, developing rather than just projects that there so time to time it's a normal, and the recognition and their competition here, and I like that. And there are also have a lot of people who are actually interested in the balance, because it's actually a new story. It's connected to other computers, because your computer is actually small information, but actually so much information, like you can pay website on our very many items, unknown guidance. You can use a diagnostic to connect yourself to all those computers, and you don't need 90% of all those items on your computer. You don't need a computer to get all the information that you can sit at home. You don't need to course like a small alien or like a small human being in front of our computer with many people, like Kubernetes squeeze the milk and split into one body, so you can do a line of messages or something like that. You can buy a balance stick and then it can give you 94% of the information that you need. A balance stick is very cheap. It costs about €20 or $20, and the maintenance is only about 5 to 10 euros or dollars per day, per month. And you can all of them in those a balance stick is so like when your computer, the balance stick represents actually a computer, it represents is like a key to a computer with a big monitor with a big high tower, and modem is actually the key, so like the button and position of the hard disk, and it's like it can give you a lot of gigabytes of information. And a lot of the more important, it will give you a very high processor speed once you get rid of all these warnings that normally cause traffic jams on your computer. Once you get a balance to be crazy speed from very to almost over 90% CPU speed. Once this graphic card and sound can be getting such a high speed, and your voice, your sound becomes so good, you can develop some code with over 70,000, 100,000 stadium watts. I've experienced that even in the highway, you cannot say, sometimes you hear the wind, and that's my computer, I'm there, so, people make their, that's my computer, but that's my computer, that's still, all those words. If you hear my voice from this part, from the highway, you can hear the highway. And when you switch your phone, you hear the interest, you hear the interest, you hear the very fragile sound, and very stable, very stable sometimes, very stable graphic cards, sound card. That's why a double line stick will help very many people. If you got a double line stick or a modem, you can suffer almost everything. It's like a vacuum cleaner. You can vacuum your computer, and then you get a nice computer that increases your speed and to a very good speed. That's why I would recommend the modem to reduce the pressure in the computers, because the computers get loud. Once you can reduce the pressure in the computer, it gets loud. One of the part that if I hadn't been a medicine, but possible scenarios, animation, other settings, scenarios, of narrative ingenuity, of consciousness, science, the importance of consciousness. Macht Missbrauch und Misssachen, wir sind das keine Haltung von Messern und Lagen, das Bildung von Geistern, Unmut in der Geisterwelt, Unruhe in einer ruhigen Welt. Die Geisterwelt ist eine ruhige Welt, Stimmungen, Ruhe und Tiefe, in der Bestimmung der Hinsichtstimmungen, Bestimmung, Selbstbestimmung, und so der Verdacht. War ich in anderen Körpern, Bestätigung voneinander Haltungen, war ich nicht. Logische Schlussfolgerung, ich bin doch kein Geist. Warum sind Menschen so tot in Deutschland? Kriminelle Energie des Telefonterror, kriminelle Machenschaften. The criminal energy of telephone terrorists and instincts, criminal instincts, criminal hunting instincts. Their life, barbarian and silver courage, torpedoes of force, chains of weapons, the casualties of human rights. Die Opfer der Menschenrechte, gibt es überhaupt Menschenrechte? Tarek, warum leben wir? Tarek fragt, Tarek schreibt, warum leben wir? Wozu? Warum können wir ohne Atmen nicht leben und denken? Sind wir alleine im Universum? Nein, wir sind nicht. Es leben so viele Menschen, Tiere, Pflanzen, im Meer, in Natur, im ganzen Universum. Wer hat das alles erschaffen? Es gibt Hinweise, Joel antwortet, es gibt Hinweise einer höheren Ordnung, Hierarchie. Our existence of athletes apostles the question, are we alone? Is our existence for us die Existenz von kreativen Planeten, weil Planeten lebensquellen sind? Wahre gefragt, gibt es eine andere Welt, wo man gestorben ist? Oder sind wir für immer tot? Gerald antwortet, das Universum hat ein Gedächtnis. Leben nach dem Tod ist vorstellbar als Organismus oder Komponenten eines anderen Organismus. Reinkarnationstheorie. Tarek. Warum hast du deinen Hund weggeschickt? Gerald antwortet, ich konnte nicht gut auf ihn aufpassen. Ich habe ihn trotzdem geliebt. Magst du Hunde? Verlauten, verdeutlichen, Verleumdung, Label, Slander, Ermäßigung, Reduction, Ergänzung, Supplement, Unterlassung, Omission, Unterstellung, Assumption, Supposition, Allegation, Insinuation, Vocabulary Test, Vocabulary Quiz, Oase, Oasis, Quiz, Verlauten, Verdeutlichen, Verleumdung, Label, Slander, Ermäßigung, Reduction, Discount, Ergänzung, Supplement, Unterlassung, Omission, Unterstellung, Assumption, Supposition, Allegation, Insinuation, Oase, Oasis, Ruf, Aufsehen, Reputation, Hochmord, Character Assassination, Origin, Reproof, Endless Music ist da, das Wort dafür entwickeln. Geister verbuchen auch Rechenleistungen. Geister verbuchen auch Arbeitsleistungen. Ghosts also task, work performance, present, legend. When you write a book, Gerald, write a prayer. Now I'm in my diary, in my diary. Seniorism, being Kenyan, trade, Bolivian, Infostis, Bubas, the Abraham, Boom, God, TFC. Wir wissen, wie normale Menschen aussehen. Boom, God. We know how normal people look like. Is this normal? Obwohl kann ich noch. I'm a family lovers, but as a member, I'm a sleep dog and a sleep water. Ich bin nicht Schlafwandler, nicht Schlafwandler. Zum Glück. Sacrilege, sacrosanct, takatifu sana. Sacrilege, jambo la kumtukiza Mungu, kukufurisha. Mtakatifu, ukufuru, kutumia vibaya kuliko. Sacrilege, utakatifu. Isn't that something? I don't buy satanic literature now. Now it's complicated satanistische Literatur. As an establishment, Epitom, Mukhtasari, Ufupische Habari, Zusammenfassung. Jeder Tag ist anders, every day is different. Sonntag wird gebetet, on Sunday is prayed, the day is prayed on Sunday. Eyewitness, I'm writing evidence of Jesus Christus. Ich schreibe gerade den Augenzeugenbericht seiner Existenz. Ich höre mir so durch, und mir sind Plus. The color of my wallpaper is blue, not pink, not red. Die Farbe meiner Tapeten ist blau, nicht pink, ist rot. Chanting. Bin ich immer noch in einer physiologischen Quarantäne? Nein. Am I still in a psychological quarantine? No. I think I've not lost control of my tongue. Probably, I'm not so sure. I'll not stop chanting. Have I become clever or stupid? Why is that? Someone tells me, have I lost control of my tongue? It's not sacrilegious to lose control of your tongue. That's wasn't the night praying to shut up. We recall the judgment, the equation, the comparison. might be the USA is still present here legally. The USA is the man here and present. I'm correcting contradictions in my life. I'm correcting contradictions in my life. Paradox, very few people here because in fact he's playing fertile. My handwriting is black, but the hand stroke is fast. Something better observation. Supplementary observations against never or back to me. My brain is a machine too, a motor. Don't twist my words. Household names, secret names, reggae, musicians, house dictionaries, fiction definitions, musical as well as worthless fiction. I'm breaking now. Becoming romantic, the beginner mindset cable. The working humans, camera driver or camera driver. The camera driver, spoken driver, spoken driver. Die Rechts-Links-Kombination und Links-Rechts-Kombination beim Autofahren. Left-hand drive and right-hand drive combination by while driving vehicles. Dear Lord, I think I've done something good. The system writes messages in capital letters. Shinements, racists and shinements, guerrillas, guerrilla warfare, grammatic. Warfare by civilians, civilian warfare, anarchized, cultive, Dr. Doom. I do something that captured myself, the working humor, the working soul, the soul of the working soul, the soul of the working soul, the voice, dust to dust, ash to ash, dust to dust, ash to ash, a prayer, the waving souls, Lilliput, embracing Lilliput, John Lilliput, many names, one destiny, many faces, one destiny, the summary of the situation, simulation best. Do the corner of taking stripes. Well, you see you carry the crown of God daily. But I'm a man. But I'm a man of this. Now I wonder why I'm mad. And I see one man say God bless. But I'm a man of this. I wonder why I'm mad. And I see one man. And I see one say God bless. His daddy. Killing is not part of the college. And Jehovah. So we is not part of our religion. The voice of the dust. Dust to dust, ash to ash. You are under the image. You want to speak out loud. The voice is still okay. The voice is not real. We also expect him also. Just me, Lord, we all write in the Bible. Home appliances and military appliances definitions others. Get my girl to ready the writing. The women in light, my favorite is a statement in the internet politics. My coroner is my psychiatrist, the Erdmanns Einsicht, Erde zu Erde, Asche zu Asche, der Erdmanns Opinion, das tut zu Asche, Asche zu Asche. Ich kann Menschen verzeihen, ist auch nur Zeit. I can forgive people, they only takes time. CNN, Babylon News speak with different accents, different mit verschiedenen Akzenten. Dr. Erdmann ist mein Hausarzt, Dr. Erdmann ist mein Physician. Yes, the mention of possibilities for land der unbegrenzten Möglichkeiten. So it must become an example. Example is logic. Ich muss als Beispiel geben, beispiellose Logik. They said, he goes forever in heaven. Now who's right? Who's right? Now who's right? It's not that beautiful. Now who's right? Well, that's something here. What is good? Joy in murder is a perversion. It's in the mid-desert that human beings. Adolf Hitler ist in der Mid-desert des Jugendens. So wie der Kartoffelkäfer den Kartoffel zerstört, so zerstört der Jude die Staaten und Völker. Nein, meine Herren, das ist doch was etwas ganz anderes. Der Führer ist die Partei und die Partei ist der Führer. Sieg, Heil, Sieg, Heil. Er war das Heile. Er war ein Schaf in seinen Augen, ein Lamm in seinen Augen. Hitler war ein Lamm. Hitler war ein Lamm in seinen Augen. He was a lamp in his own hand. He says, and therefore the victory of the Jews, how the potato beetle destroys, or the potato worm, the potato beetle or the potato worm destroys the potato. In the same sense, the Jew destroys the states, the countries, and the communities, the society. No, my gentlemen, is something quite different. The Führer is the party, the political party is a Führer. The Führer is the community, and the community is a Führer. The Führer is the society, and the society is a Führer. With how victory of the claim of the pure, holy, because he was holy, I means holy, he was holiness, he was holy in his eyes, he was holy, he was a lamp in his eyes. Sie dachten, dass wir Objekte sind. Noch nicht. It means the actual soul, the human being, is a object. We can expect to, it's a right position and understood. Will ich doch heiraten? Vielleicht. Ja. I'm observing you. And it's not meant so as out here. Magnetism, theory, what action force. Das ist ja unendlichen Geschichten, aber auch unendliche Stories. And it's a fact, told in religion. The elemental cross story. The final frontier of good versus evil. The agents of good for that versus the agents of evil. We are only agents now. We are ready to go and transform this life. There's nothing to strange anymore. If there's any legal burden in Hanover, we are kind of fighting and getting that much. It's like fighting a python. Fighting with this course is like fighting a python. It's a bit much. You keep racing and turning and waking out and standing out and falling, sitting on the sofa and everything, and their voice doesn't stop telling you what it has planned for you ahead of you. It doesn't stop planning everything ahead of you, planning everything ahead of you. It's that much. And there is the body that I say outside with them. And that person also call it wolf. He's only in his body on the front. It's strongly dry. What's the miracle movement in Jamaica is recording this. We are Jamaica. Jamaica is a USA. Yeah, Jamaica is the life, the vibe, Oxford Hudson. Excitement of the public. There is sense in nonsense. Nonsense is madness. Sense in madness is sense. Is the music so loud? Is it so controversial? Is fullness constant? How fullness constant and not final? Because do not exist in the free atmosphere. Insomnia, a whiskey bottle. And the one is killed. They were charging it for plagiarism. They wanted to terrorize with their blood. Is the lion too. Saying that if you are Black Martin Luther King Jr. history, I feel sometimes unconscious. And the actors want to stay in Germany nevertheless. I buy myself an EU flag. Today Sunday, I must go to the library alone. I'm reading this on a Saturday. Saturday, 15th September 2012. 15th September 2012. Today is Sunday, I must go to the library alone. The ink has to remain invisible but legible. Die Schriften muss lesbar, aber unsichtbar bleiben. Some things about this to great Americans too. It gives Americans too. Young German going for mustache. Yeah. German is a graphic language, English and French and flex too, for software. I just want to just what Gina said. In Asia, motionlessness, never dismissing. There are considering similarities and differences. Also silence, the apocalypse, Germany against German. Über Machtwechsel, Struktur, Generationswechsel. Darüber change the power and change of generations. Wir sind weder elastischer noch schwerer geworden. We've become neither more elastic nor heavier. Willem Merkel, du hast die Herausforderung in deinem Kopf trauen was. Der Felix, dass du das Asche zu Asche, Solar Ash, Alien Origin, das Felix, Staub zu Staub, Asche zu Asche, Sonnenstaub, Sonnenasche, Alien Herkunft. Klasse, der Ende, dann immer Gott, I am, Emperor, versus 13-15. Neighborliness, Nachbarschaftlichkeit, the Ten Commandments, Kommunismus, Nachbarschaftlichkeit, und the Germans were citizens, okay for the night, the rest of mankind was slaves. The English are the descendants of the French. Seer, Oracle, TV, Regierung, world government, a ghost carrying another ghost. Der Astralkörper, ein Disappointment. Das finde ich Filme von Hydra, meine Freundin. Ein Hydra ist kein Alien, sie hören zu, ich spreche nicht mehr. Mein temporary experience toward wars. Zero anti-aggressions training. Du sprichst we swear. A clear accent, underlining. Me and my girlfriend. In the right man well. Ich bin noch technischer geworden. Ich denke mehr, ich bin oft bewusstlos, Sternschläfer. Lesen kann man auch Erscheinen spielen, Erscheinungsspalten, Gedankenspalten haben Hirnschranken, mental bias, have bias in the brain. I can speak like all souls. I'm a very locust. I'm very fragile, but I'm also very social, and I can try accents and all vocabularies. I can try to speak all accents. What happens when I lose you, brother? My context is better because they're just choosing me in the long run. They came from me enough to think I need a new TV. The black woman at home, she's in olive green, outside blue. The black woman lives at home, olive green, outside sky blue. Right. If you are in my body, say yes. We don't change our bodies or clothes. We can even accept the ghosts and they can come alive again. They share the turban upon the castle. They're killing them back, they're kicking them back. They've told them not to kick. A wonderful good morning. Good morning, Dutchland. I'm not tired of talking. They told me bad things about absent people. They told me bad things of absent people. They had promised me an ear flag will never like us if you are absent because you are speaking two languages simultaneously. That is an imagination. We are still like us. You are an optical illusion, not a human being. You can't touch me. I'm a worship or a system. You had misunderstood as I was an reaction, a physical reaction, my physical reaction. I'm not out there. I stand up the laws that govern us. But I'm an election, that's the laws that govern me. I don't. I'm an outlaw. I live. It means that they can make help too. If you can't clean me, I will clean you. Don't clean me, I will clean my act. I'm working in Germany. I'm your angel. I'm your angel too. The world is unless there's not. They have lots of problems. They have lots of problems with they have lots of problems, private problems. That's why it's not unless they are to keep their secrets. My God says, it will kill me. It's going to burn me. I have my own friends. You think you are that I'm not just. Guess what? I'm propaganda. Wir sind auch nicht streng. Wir haben Medizin fragen, wo Antworten gab es auf Regulation seit hier. We can answer medical questions with probably in his brain. We are also not strict. Words that does smart attention. If you don't know Blu-ray, the actor we are like, all of us, the whole house, Blu-ray sings too. Also, Blu-ray plays all position. Wenn ihr auch runter, ich würde versuchen, überstellen, euch erst zu nehmen. Also will ich euch nicht erst nennen. I'll overcome temptation to take you seriously, so I will take you seriously. If you don't know what I say, I will never take you seriously. No, I will take you on seriously here. You've lost meaning in my life, you have lost meaning in my life. I'm no longer a slave to whims, to my whims, to our whims, and I'm become useless. I'm no longer useless. I've become useful, and I've become